let us move to the E3 awards. My first award is the We Learned Nothing Award, which I'm giving to Microsoft for the Xbox One X name and price. Because it's an awful, awful name that is awful in so many ways. It sounds too close to Xbox One S. It doesn't roll off the tongue. It's the smaller console, even though there's the Xbox One S, which that's its thing. And it's $500, which I don't see anyone looking at a $250 Xbox One S and a $500 Xbox One X and going, the visual difference is not worth twice the price to me. So
Yeah.
I just, man, they did not pay attention to Nintendo's troubles with naming things, and they did not pay attention to the fact that 500 was not the price point for the Xbox One originally.
Yes. Sony learned that the hard way with the PS3, and Microsoft learned it the hard way with the Xbox One, and apparently they didn't learn, I guess.
Yeah. So, give an award, Zachary.
All right, the next one, the Major Hype Award for the game that just totally hypes everybody up with as little information as possible. And I came up to two contenders for this one. I thought about throwing Pokemon for the Switch on there, but really there was just, I don't think the hype was there for that one as well as these other ones. But the two games that really got the internet going and hog wild were Beyond Good and Evil 2 and Metroid Prime 4. And so both of these games, it's like games that people have been wanting for years, and we get both of them in the same E3. And so it was really tough decision for me. But I finally decided that Metroid Prime 4 gets it solely because Metroid Prime 4 was just a logo, was just a title card. Beyond Good and Evil had a trailer, even though it was all...
Had some effort put into it.
Yeah, had some effort put into it, but Nintendo gets it for Metroid Prime 4.
All right.
So, yeah. We'll see how that works out next year. But yeah.
Okay. The Most Feels Award goes to Ubisoft for pretty much its entire conference. You could tell that Javier Manzanares was so happy to finally get to talk about a game that leaked back in October. He was so pleased. He's like, I finally get to talk about this game. And they showed, there was another creative designer, creative director, someone sitting in the audience, and he looked like he was about to tear up. Michelle Ancel was actually tearing up, finally getting to introduce Beyond Good and Evil 2. And then the conference ended with, everyone come up on stage, because we're all a family here, and we all love each other, and Vivendi is probably going to buy us soon, so this is like the last time we'll see you all. Group hug. So Most Feels goes to Ubisoft.
All right. The next award is the award I call Milking It Award, where this is the game that the developer is just trying to milk it for all it's worth. They want every drop, every dime they can get out of this game, and that goes to Skyrim for being a 6-year-old game and getting 2 brand new releases this year for VR and for the Switch. These guys just don't know when to quit. They just want to take Skyrim. They want to get every dime they can out of it. And gosh darn it, they're going to do that before they begin work on a new Elder Scroll game.
But my next award is the Development Hell Award, which goes to Microsoft for a bunch of games that have been at E3 several times over. State of Decay 2 was originally announced last year at E3. Ashen was announced at E3 2015. Tacoma was announced at the Game Awards in 2014. That would be in December, so between E3 2014 and 2015. Cuphead was originally announced way back at E3 2014, and so was Crackdown. All these games are still in development and still at E3. So Development Hell Award goes to Microsoft. Well done, Microsoft.
Well done. Yes, well done. All right, my next award is the Don't Know How to Internet Award. And you would think this would go to Nintendo. But no, somebody actually won up Nintendo on not knowing how to internet. And that would be Sony for their reason for not having cross-platform play for Minecraft and Rocket League. This is what Sony had to say about this. We've got to be mindful of our responsibility to our install base. Minecraft, the demographic playing that you know as well as I do, it's all ages, but it's also very young. We have a contract with the people who go online with us, that we look after them, and they are within the PlayStation curated universe. Exposing what in many cases are children to external influences we have no ability to manage or look after, it's something we have to think very carefully. And I read that and I looked at Sony and I said, Nintendo is doing cross-platform play. Nintendo, friend code Nintendo is doing cross-platform play, and you're not. Seriously, Sony, learn how to internet.
Yeah. This is an award that I am... How do I want to introduce this? Games that you watch the trailer or the presentation or whatever they decide to show, and you have no idea what the hell the game is or what genre it is or how it's played. Kind of like a Transference at the Ubisoft show, where the one that was introduced by Elijah Wood, and it's a VR game where you experience someone else's life. Is it a horror, a thriller? What do you do? How does it play? You don't know. There were several trailers like that. I'm going to call it the Sad Owl Award, and I'm going to give it to Microsoft for Ori and the Will of the Wisps, because it was a trailer that we assume it plays somewhat similarly to the first Ori game, but man, this trailer by itself tells you nothing. I mean, you can make some assumptions about Transference, but Ori and the Will of the Wisps, you got nothing.
Yeah.
It's pretty. It's got really great music, and it has one sad-ass owl. So the Sad Owl Award goes to Microsoft for Ori and the Will of the Wisps. And I think I'll bring that award back next year for the Sad Owl.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So my next award is all about 4K. 4K is the big thing. The PlayStation 4 Pro and the Xbox One X. 4K is the thing. Everybody, we need to get 4K is going. And so my award is 4K support. Why? This is for the game that why does it need 4K support? What benefit are you getting from being 4K over whatever else you could get out of this? And honestly, very few games would probably fall under this category, but the one that really seals the deal is Minecraft.
Yeah.
Why in the world does Minecraft get out of supporting 4K? And I have no idea. And I don't think Microsoft and Mojang know either, but it's getting 4K support.
Now there are light shafts in Minecraft. Thank God Minecraft has better, more accurate shadows now. Okay, good. Now I'll play the game. All right. This award is called You Keep Using That Word. I do not think it means what you think it means. And I awarded to Microsoft for the word exclusive. Because Microsoft keeps using that word, and I don't think it means what they think it means. Because every damn game they had was an exclusive of some sort. Well, it's exclusive to Microsoft. It's exclusive to consoles. It's exclusive. It's a timed exclusive. It out first exclusive. It's like, oh my god. If everything's an exclusive, nothing's an exclusive. I was trying to take notes, and I got lost about what was exclusive and how.
My next award is the Men in Suits Award, and just as the name applies, this is for the most boring and lame and non-interesting conference in general goes to EA, because everything that they did was boring.
Yes.
And the name of the the award is based on their that whole segment with the men in blazers or whatever that was called.
Men in blazers.
Yeah, but I went with men in suits because suits are more boring than blazers. So, so yeah, EA knocked it out of the park with their boring, terrible presentation.
Well done, EA. All right. The Out of Left Field Award, I award to Square Enix for Final Fantasy 15 Fishing with the Boys. I did not see that coming. You know, VR Final Fantasy 15? Yeah, I saw that coming. Fishing with the boys? Let's go on a camping trip with the boys from Final Fantasy 15. That's the kind of goofy stuff I'd expect from Nintendo.
Yeah.
I mean, they make something like Sushi Striker, The Way of Sushido, and you're like, yeah, that's totally Nintendo. I can see them doing that. Square Enix comes, and Square Enix does some weird stuff, but it's like, yeah, VR fishing with the Final Fantasy boys.
Just the way they introduce that too, because they introduce it as just a run-of-the-mill fishing game.
Yeah,
you know, it's like, why in the world is a fishing game getting top billing at an E3 event?
Because it's Final Fantasy.
And then this giant monster fish jumps out, and you're like, oh. And,
I wonder if there's a cooking mini game, or if that, you know, around the campfire, plates of pork and beans and corn and stuff, or if that's just a cutscene, or if you get to cook with the boys too. Roasting weenies and marshmallows with the boys while fishing. That's gonna be great.
All right, my last award is the All the Ports Award. This is the game. This is the award going to the game that supports most consoles humanly possible, and it goes to Ubisoft with Just Dance, because not only is it coming to the Xbox One, it's coming to the Xbox 360. Not only is it coming to the PS3 or the PS4, it's coming to the PS3. Not only is it coming to the Switch, it's coming to the Wii U, and not just that. Coming to the Wii. Seriously, the Wii. This game, that system has not received a title release in years,
but
and Ubisoft
Just Dance 2017 last year.
Yeah, and Ubisoft is like, there's still millions of people who play the Wii. We're giving them Just Dance, and kudos for Ubisoft.
What do you do on the Wii? Just dance. So I've got a couple more awards here. So
all right,
I have the We Didn't Think This Through award that goes to Ubisoft for showing off Assassin's Creed, but instead of showing it off in the conference hall where they held their conference, they said, let's move outside to where we have some people set up in the blazing sun, and let's film the footage off of the monitor that we can't see. And it didn't work at all, so they immediately just cut the segment short and went back in. It's like, yeah, you really didn't think that through, did you, Ubisoft? That's a really dumb, bad idea.
No.
The Have You No Shame award goes to Nintendo for not only its plurality of amiibo that lock content in games that you already paid full price for. That's annoying enough. But now it's locking out content in the DLC to the game that you already paid full price for. So you pay $60 for Zelda Breath of the Wild, right? There are already amiibo that unlock exclusive content, like the Wolf Link companion. There's a couple exclusive weapons and armors and stuff in the game that can only be had through amiibo unlocks. So now you pay an additional $20 for DLC. And for $20, you get couple treasure chests, DLC Pack 1, DLC Pack 2, but that $20 does not include some content. You're going to have to buy some more amiibo to unlock content in the DLC that you paid $20 for a $60 game. Have you no shame, Nintendo? Enjoy your award. Okay, 2 more awards. I call this award the most adorkable, and I award it to Shigeru Miyamoto and Yves Guillemot. I'm terrible at French. I'm very, very sorry. Hang on a second. Let me get that. There it is. There we go. There they are. Aren't they adorkable? Look at those two. I love them. Oh, that's so great. So, and my last award is the Best Reaction Award, which I award to Jake Solomon, who's the creative director of XCOM 2 at Firaxis, who had a wonderful, wonderful reaction to Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, which is XCOM. So he said, "There are a few times in my career that I've been as surprised as when I was watching that presentation. Just like everyone else, my jaw dropped a little when I heard the phrase, 'As you see, Luigi has taken half cover.' What world am I in right now? I couldn't believe it. But I realized that this is finally how I can introduce XCOM to my daughters. I can finally play something like XCOM with my daughters, introduce the basic concepts. Then, when they're old enough, maybe we can move on to XCOM together. That was really cool to see. It's neat to see these things become standards of gameplay. It's good. Hopefully, they'll come up with something awesome. I liked the jumping mechanic. They'll come up with some cool twists, and I'll definitely steal them. I never thought I'd see Mario taking cover with a gun." So that was Firaxis' Jake Solomon, and I just loved his reaction to XCOM being cribbed by Mario and the Rabbids. That was so great. And that's it for our E3 2017 awards. Thank you all for sticking with us.
Yes, thank you.
E3
is always a fun event. And
it's funny because E3 is the week where we spend so much time obsessing about video games that we don't have time to actually play any of them. I played no video games this week. I was too busy learning about new ones that I may play someday.